All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. All right, cool. Got my joke on. How's everybody doing out there, man? Hope everybody's having a great Friday. Man, I tell you what, my Friday has been interesting. Just one of those weird work days, but it motivated me to make sure I get this to the goals I plan on getting this to. So we'll talk about that later. But one thing I do want to say, man, is happy Friday. Hopefully everybody out there got some good plans for the weekend, rest, relaxation, whatever the weekend means for you. Hope you enjoy it, man. Everyone deserves that. Everyone deserves to enjoy. Try to enjoy every day, though, not just Fridays. But Friday is good if you ain't got to go to work the next day. But on the flip side of that, man, thank you guys for the support, for the love, and all of that. And eventually, me and the wifey want to make a big announcement about actually coming over to Toronto. We've been having these discussions behind the scenes, and we trying to make it do what it do. So we'll see. We definitely see. But beyond that, man, listen, we know the draft was last night. I got my live stream tonight. I'm thinking I'm probably going to try to incorporate my live stream along with the draft so we can still talk some sports. We will be talking some NFL as well. We'll talk some NBA, some NFL, and probably why the draft is going. So we'll get it all mixed up in there real good. We'll figure this thing out tonight, man. Remember tonight, check me out at 8 o'clock. I will be live. But speaking of drafts, man, I think is without a doubt the Toronto Raptors had the shocker of the night with the draft pick of Scotty Barnes over Jalen Suggs. You know what? That was an interesting choice, man. I'm gonna sit here and say I'm taking the approach of okay, all right. But the one thing we always give Toronto credit for is their player development. You look at the 26, 27 round picks like Siakam and OG and then the second round pick with Norman Powell and how they develop those guys, and that's great. And people are fine. That's actually amazing. I'm not saying that's amazing because of where they found these guys at and where they brought them to. But the next part to this is when it comes to like a lottery pick, so to sense, people ain't excited about hearing you building this guy up. They like, hey, you took a number 4 pick for this guy. He better be it. So real quick before I go any further, man, I want to listen in on Bobby Webster and what he had to say about this pick, about this surprising pick. And we'll listen and if I could play it, I would, but I don't want no problem, guys. If I could show the video, I would, but I ain't got rights to that, and I don't want no problems. Let's check it out, and we'll go from there.
He's authentic, as everybody sees. He wears his, kind of heart on his sleeve, so I think that's good. And so we recognize that, obviously, watching him play at Florida. He's been one of these kids that, I think we've probably watched since he was 16 or 17. He's been on every single USA basketball team. He's been, one of the premier guys. We've had a good feel, I think, for who he was as a person. And so to bring him into Tampa and really have time to spend with him, we were able to accomplish that.
You did say yesterday that you didn't see any reason that you would jam up your roster, whichever position you chose. But you chose a forward over a guard where there was a decision to make. Can you sort of go into that that dynamic of the selection between, say, Barnes and Suggs?
Yeah, that was what we said. We're going to take best available player. I think as we all see and we all know, the positionlessness of the NBA now. I don't think you can have too many, these big two-way wings. So I think from a positional standpoint, we don't really see it as any overlap. We see it as, let's have all 5 guys look like him and OG and Pascal and all of that.
Great, thanks.
Now, real quick, I'm going to continue, but he said that they wanted to take the best overall player. And many people is going to argue Suggs was the better player. But I think the way they're looking at this thing is from actual, floor to ceiling, right? Like, Scotty Barnes has a lower floor. I mean, he may not be where he close to his potential right now, but his ceiling can be a lot more than Jalen Suggs. So when he said the best overall player and the versatility that he bringing, you can see that they're focusing on size. That's why he mentioned the OGs and the Pascal. And now you add a Scotty Barnes, so they're becoming a lengthier team.
Thanks so much, I appreciate it.
Next question goes to Ryan Wallstaff from the Toronto Sun.
Hey, Bobby. You mentioned there you've been watching Scotty since he was like 16, 17. So I was actually going to ask, how much of, like, you obviously got a feel for him early as a person, but how much of the growth of his game has stood out to you, especially in the last little while, and even maybe seeing him in a workout as well?
Yeah, super important, right? It's the internal motivation to grow, internal motivation to get better. As most people see from his physique, he's really gifted. He's big, he's strong, he's long, he's athletic. But there's a lot of those guys in the NBA, so you have to obviously learn how to dribble, learn how to shoot. So I think those are the things we've noticed as he's developed, is he's always kind of had a sense for the playmaking and to be able to handle the ball. But even this year in Florida State, I think you saw, while his percentages may not show it, he took threes, he made big shots. I think he had a game winner early in the year. So that continued growth and development is obviously what we saw, but we think will continue, once he gets with us.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there. Now one of the things too here, and you hear him talking about his ability to make big shots. He's not afraid of the moment, type of thing. That's key, because last year there was a bunch of games that came down to 1 or 2 possessions, and they wasn't able to close the deal. A lot of that fall on Siakam because he was that designated guy. I don't know if they're bringing Barnes in to be like, he could be more of a closer or whatever, but his overall versatility and size is just, his ceiling is higher than Suggs, but his floor is lower as well. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be one of those, if Scotty Barnes turns out to be exactly what the Raptors think he could be, then this is a organizational changing draft. But if he don't, it's gonna look at as one of the biggest wasted opportunities. But now something else I want to point it out too, because we're all talking about, we can't believe we took him over Suggs and all of that. But the Raptors wasn't the only one that wanted him over Suggs. The Oklahoma City Thunder was trying to trade draft picks with the Raptors to grab Scotty Barnes over Jalen Suggs. So please, the Raptors ain't just out in la la land with this. This is, other teams felt this way as too. So we got to see how all this pans out. I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna be watching, and I'm gonna see what's going on with him. I'm gonna be paying close attention. He from Florida State. He from home. He from my hometown. So hey, I gotta watch, but it's gonna be interesting. This could be one of the best drafts in organization history, or it could be one of the worst. We'll see. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, man. You guys be good.